In the years after the Civil War, during the turbulent stretch of Reconstruction in the early 1870s, Texas was a place caught between its past and its uncertain future. And in the middle of that struggle stood a man who defied every expectation placed on him, Walter Moses Burton, the first black sheriff in the history of Texas. Born enslaved in North Carolina in 1840, Burton was brought to Texas as a young man. But unlike so many others, his story took a remarkable turn. His enslaver, a man named Thomas Burton, taught him to read and write, a rare and dangerous act in the era before emancipation. That literacy would become the foundation of Burton's rise, giving him the tools to navigate politics, law, and leadership at a time when Black advancement was met with fierce resistance. By 1869, just 4 years after the Civil War, Walter Moses Burton did something almost unimaginable. He won election to the Texas State Senate, and not long after, he took on a role that placed him directly in the line of danger. Sheriff and tax collector of Fort Bend County. This wasn't symbolic authority. Burton held real power. He enforced the law, collected taxes, and managed county affairs in a region where many white residents openly rejected Reconstruction and the idea of Black leadership. Yet Burton carried himself with a calm, steady presence, a man who understood that his position wasn't just about enforcing order. It was about showing a newly freed people what was possible. Throughout the 1870s, Burton became a pillar of his community. He helped secure land for Black farmers, supported education, and used his political influence to protect freedmen from intimidation. His leadership was so respected that he served multiple terms in the Texas Senate, becoming one of the longest-serving Black legislators of the Reconstruction era. But like so many Black officials of his time, Burton's career was shaped by the shifting tides of politics. As Reconstruction collapsed and white supremacist groups regained control of local governments, Black office holders were pushed out, threatened, or replaced. Burton's tenure eventually ended, but his legacy did not. Walter Moses. Burton lived long enough to see the world change again. He died in 1913, decades after Reconstruction had ended, but his impact remained etched into the history of Texas. He proved that Black leadership was not only possible, it was powerful, effective, and transformative. Today, his story stands as a reminder of the courage it took to wear the badge during one of the most dangerous times in American history. A reminder that justice, even when fragile, can be carried by those bold enough to claim it. This is the story of Walter Moses Burton, Texas's first Black sheriff, a Reconstruction lawman, and a pioneer whose legacy still echoes across the state he helped shape. This is Black justice untold, the stories they tried to erase, now remembered. If this moved you, like, share, and subscribe so we can keep reclaiming our history together. Our stories deserve to be seen, heard, and remembered,